We're here at Fortius at the 2016 Coach-A-Site Coaching Conference, and we're here with Canucks Assistant Coach Perry Pearn. Perry, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Perry, your role on the Canucks is the team's eye in the sky, in the sense that you're not watching the game from the bench, you're watching from the press box. How important is it to have someone analyzing the game at that level, and how often do you communicate with the bench staff?
Well, I'm in direct contact with them all the time, so it depends on how the game's going, and I think it's also dependent on, I guess the things that I'm seeing. If I think there's something really important, then I'm going to relay it. I think I don't want to bother the bench if it's about something that's trivial that can be done in between periods. So I think the important things get said right away, and the less important things we wait for.
Now, in coming on board with the Canucks, and you mentioned this during your talk, you've implemented a bunch of team-building exercises with both the prospects as well as the main training camp. You've had the players pulling a school bus up a hill. You've had blindfolded sports happening. How important are those early team-building exercises? And you, as a coaching staff, what are you looking for in the players when these activities are happening?
I just think it's another great opportunity to evaluate people. You see the people who jump into it enthusiastically. You see leadership. You see the players who can communicate well. I just think there's a lot to be learned from it. But the flip side of it is I think there's little lessons for the players, too, that we can pass along to them. I think probably the most important thing about what we try to do with team building is make sure that we close it off with a little bit of an explanation of why we did it. The other part of it is we do want it to be fun, and we do want the players to have fun. And for our prospects, it's really, really important that they get to know one another, become more comfortable with each other, and I think that helps the whole camp go a little bit smoother. For our team, it's more about reinforcing the bonds that are already there. A lot of times, we do the team building stuff early in the season, so the new players that have joined us get an opportunity to interact in an environment that isn't the game, isn't the practice, and maybe are a little bit more comfortable with it, and maybe show a little bit more of themselves in the early going, and players get to know them a little bit better, quicker.
And finally, Perry, accountability is a big factor in sports, especially in team sports, but sometimes it seems like coaches take a bit of the fall for a greater problem. How important is it to keep players accountable, to keep all the staff accountable towards a greater performance of the team?
Well, I think you just said it, we're all a team. The players on the ice, the coaches, the trainers, the management. So as a group, if we're not all working in sync, if we're not all on the same page, our chances of being successful go down. If we can get on the same page, if we're all in sync, if everybody is accountable in their area and plays their role and lives up to expectations in that role, then we have a lot better chance of being success. There's no guarantee that that's a success, but there's a lot better chance for it to happen.
Fantastic, Perry. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.